I strongly feel that we've got an environment which is evolving and we need to be responsive to that evolution. We've seen the Australian government, for example, recognise that the needs of our seniors will change dramatically. We've got a tsunami coming through with the baby boomers arriving in the next few years in terms of what will be the demands and the needs that we as an industry need to provide to those people. I've been involved in the industry now for more than 25 years, and through that period have seen the development of villages. And when I say we, myself and Kaye have both been on the national board of the Retirement Village Association. We've had that opportunity to talk with other villages and learn from what they've delivered, speak to care providers in a broad range of areas, and we believe that this has enabled us to look at what services we should be moving to. Right. It's interesting, Glennis, in a way with your New Zealand background, that we've been able to learn a lot from the New Zealand environment. New Zealand approaches the integration of aged care and retirement living in a way which is a lesson for Australia. So we've joined with study groups to go to New Zealand and visiting villages there to learn about how they've handled what's referred to as the continuum of care.
Okay. Yeah.
And this continuum of care means how do we look at enabling residents to stay within the village environment with the various facilities that are around. So we've learnt from what's been done there. We've looked at the experience which we've had in Brookland. We've looked at the experience which we've learnt from Samford, and in our networking with other village operators, which has given us tremendous insight into what actually happens in those areas. Added to the fact that, in fact, that Kaye is also recognised as a surveyor, as an accreditation surveyor with the national body, so that retirement villages throughout Australia look to meeting a high level of professionalism and meeting standards which are self-imposed standards. We are very passionate about that aspect, and Kaye is on the body which monitors villages and provides accreditation to villages, which we're duly proud about and what happens. That continuum of care then flows through to how do we evolve and look at the movement now. As we've spoken, we've now moved to a 24/7 care environment. Right. Certainly we were ahead of the field in terms of the use of the personal emergency response system. Many people had a medical call button type situation. We work in with a national group who provide what we see as a truly personal emergency response system. It's not just about the medical side, because for anybody living by themselves, particularly in this sort of environment, emergency could be a casserole dish breaking on the kitchen floor, which they're not able to pick up, and it becomes for them, it isn't a personal emergency. It could be that we need the plumber. So the personal emergency response button is more about ensuring that if something happens, regardless of the day or night, we have a response system in place. If we need to call a plumber, if we need to call an electrician, that can be done. But of course, in the end result, the medical type emergency is the most, it's the most critical.
Yeah. This is the life that's looking good to me. This is the place, I'm sure you'll agree. Live life in riches. This is the life.